Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. It's a bit of a struggle today with my voice, but join me for my practice. It's an all levels flow. I'll see you on the mat. So my voice doesn't normally sound this froggy, so stick with me. If you're still with me at the end and you like this practice, please subscribe and hit that super thanks button and leave a tip. So let's go ahead and start today in downward facing dog. Fan your fingers wide and lift your hips right up toward the sky. And we'll pedal out the feet, lifting one heel at a time, waking up your legs, and finding that length and lift in your lower back. And let your head go. Taking some time to arrive in your body, in your practice today. And let's wave into plank. Bring your knees down. Exhale back to child's pose with toes tucked. Then stand up on your knees on your inhale. Take your hands to imaginary back pockets. Lift your heart, gaze up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hips to heels. Slide your hands back toward child's pose. Then inhale to modified plank. Exhale back to downward dog. So we're going to move through that. Inhale to plank. Knees down. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come on up to camel variation. Lifting your heart, and exhale, move your way back to child's pose. Inhale, wave forward through the chest. Exhale, press back, downward dog. One more time, warming up. Inhale, plank, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come on up into that camel, and then exhale, sliding back toward child's pose, toes tucked. Now, tented fingers, slide that right foot through right between the hands. And then sweep your arms up into crescent lunge with the back toes curled underneath. So we're going to inhale, open the arms to a T, reach the fingertips away. And then exhale, bring the palms together and press, hold. And then reach forward. And then lift your hips, send your hips back. Release your hands to frame that right leg. And fold over that right leg. You could always stay up on your fingertips if that feels more accessible. If you can walk your hands forward and melt a little more, get a nice stretch through that right hamstring and peek at your right hip. Drag that right sitting bone back. And then inhale, glide forward. Right knee is over the heel. Let's turn left rib to right rib. And then extend your right fingertips up. Lean back a little bit in that twist. Inhale, and then exhale. Release your hands to frame that front foot. Lift your left thigh, plant your palms, and step to a plank. And squeeze your elbows in, lower all the way down, chaturanga. Take your feet flat, cobra pose, or upward dog on your inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Very nice. Let's wave into plank on your inhale. Knees down, exhale, child's pose. And then stand up on your knees on your inhale, come into that camel pose, back bend. And then exhale, slide your hands back toward child's pose, hips to heels. And we'll do tented fingers, slide your left foot through. Left knee is over the heel. Reach your arms up into crescent lunge. Finding that upper back bend on your inhale, open your arms to a T. Exhale, palms together, press, sink a little forward, and then lift your hips, curl your left toes toward your face, release your hands to frame that left foot, and fold any amount into your Ardha Hanumanasana. It's a half split pose. Good. And you're peeking at your left hip, breathing there. Just wore my voice out recently. I'm not sick or anything. Just my chronic laryngitis. It's the universe telling me to shut up. So we're going to glide forward. On the inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, let's come into the twist. Turn right rib to left rib. And slide that left hand onto your back. Good. Find that twist. You can extend your left fingertips up. Lean back a little bit on your inhale. And exhale, hands frame that front foot. Lift your right thigh and then step back to plank, nice and strong. Hug your elbows in, lower all the way through chaturanga. Take your feet flat for cobra pose or upward dog on your inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Nice job. Letting go of tension and stress in your neck as you rest in downward dog for a couple breaths. And we didn't think about it earlier, but we could consider what's your intention today for this practice and for the rest of your day. Stretch your right heel high for three-legged dog. Swing that right heel up. Inhale. Exhale, right knee wider than the wrist, coming into a pigeon. We're going to lay that left leg long on the ground. And just lift up to tented fingers. If you have it in you, take your hands to the outside edges of your mat and just lift your heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, plant your palms, downward dog palms. Tuck your left toes, lift your left thigh, and step back to downward dog. And we'll do the other side, left heel lifts. Inhale. Exhale, left knee wider than the left wrist, and come down into this pigeon shape in the legs. And I'm just staying in an upright torso. Left foot's flexed. Spread your chest. You could take your hands toward the outside edges of your mat. Try to find a little more back bend. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Plant your palms, downward dog palms. Tuck those right toes. Lift the right thigh. Step back to downward dog. Good. And then wave into plank. Bring your right knee in between your forearms, then step it back. Bring your left knee in between, and then step it back. Look forward. And then knee to nose, back, look forward, knee to nose, look forward, knee to nose, look forward. Opposite, we're just switching a few times. Good. Keep switching. One more. And last one. Good. And then knees down. Come into child's pose. Palms facing up. Open and close your hands a couple times. Let it out your mouth. Let everything go. And then drop your tail. We're going to slowly rise on up. Belly in. Come on up to sit tall in hero pose. So in hero pose, we're having the tops of the feet flat. Someone just asked me that. What's the difference between hero pose and thunderbolt pose? Hero pose, the feet are flat. Thunderbolt pose, the toes are tucked. And the full expression of thunderbolt, if you want to join me, is you can tuck your toes underneath, sit on your heels, and then press the palms right up toward the sky. Good, and drop your belly back toward the spine. Lift your gaze on your inhale. Exhale, melt the arms down. And we're going to scooch to the right and swing your legs around. And then take your hands behind you, wag your toes. Scooch yourself toward the top of your mat. Belly in, slowly come down onto your back. Resting on the back, drag one shoulder at a time underneath. Step your feet on the ground about hip-width distance. And then reach down, try to graze your heels with your fingertips. And we'll take one bridge pose, pressing through your feet. Lift the hips and pelvis right up into your bridge pose. And we'll breathe the chest toward the chin. And hug your knees in a little bit. Nice. If you can interlace your fingers underneath your back, great. Breathing space through that front body. One more inhale. And exhale, roll down, releasing your palms to face up alongside your body. Rest your lower back. And then hug your knees in, come into a full happy baby. Reaching around for the outer ankles or the outside of your shins if that's more available. Rock and massage your back. Then release your feet to the floor. Give your feet a few stamps. A few windshield wipers with the knees. And then let your legs go out into Shavasana. So we're going to take a quiet Shavasana. Letting the floor support you and letting go of all your stress and tension. And let the light flow through all your joints and cells. Let your mind and heart be quiet. Tune into the insight and wisdom from within in that quiet space. Think about what you have to be grateful for today as you start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And eventually reach your arms overhead, take a reset. Imagine you're hitting that restart button. Then hug your knees in and invite compassion for exactly where you're at today. Massage out your back. And then take your time to roll to either side. Slowly press up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. I so appreciate you. Thanks for your patience with my voice today. Thanks for practicing with me. Keep it up. Subscribe, hit that super thanks button, and I'll see you soon when my voice is better. Okay, bye-bye.